documenting Metamorphosis, Nobbs, Suzuki, Praxis. I believe it's the 8th day of July. My head torch was sitting in the dark here. This is the darkness. The phone is glue tacked to my guitar. I have a Tripitaka 2 here. So I've got to put this auto exposure lock thing on. I do beg your pardon for that. It's not done. Alright, locked. Right, so you got this, this is Tripitaka 2. She caused a bit of shit last night. Underneath down there we have other puppies. Can't really see. Dark. Had a rather traumatic experience occur last night with my dogs. I feel quite traumatized from this horrific experience that occurred last night. There was some big, deep, instinctual political thing going on. That is for sure. There was a fight here with the two bitches. Tripitaka 2, 6 months old. She's born on the 10th of January. She's starting to come on season. She's not normally with us then. Lillian has come back to me twice. And she was born in September last year. So it's July now. And Tripitaka 2. They'd had a couple of challenges, and then Tripitaka 2 brought a challenge on out of nowhere, and then they had a fight. I was onto it. I kept the rest of them away onto it till that point it was finished. Go, right, that's it. It's done now. One has won. The other one has lost. And then she went to follow on with it again, which is the point I intervened straight away. And then it becomes about, you guys might be therapy dogs specifically bred for soldiers, and you've got this edge about you. It's all specifically bred. I put a badger dog and a fox dog and a staffy together because of the temperaments that they had for human beings. And I believe that my voice is this thing that can be up there as a priority somewhere in that same area as their instinct of millions of years. And it is. It proves to be that way. That's why I do what I do with them. However, then Boxer got beaten up last Thursday. Today's Tuesday. And so it took him 3 or 4 days to heal. The night before last, he started walking properly again. He was held down by Elvis while Bufo was biting him around the back while I was outside on the footpath dealing with my dear friend and lover who had a problem with the way I kissed her goodbye. And, so all this is what I'm going to be dealing with. And then having to deal with humans, I've been insisting that my dogs out there in the community need to be trained by me, and the humans too. So I've been doing that. And the ones that have been engaging and going along with what this is actually an agreement they had when I give them the dogs, then it's been really good. Good training for the dogs and good training for the humans. Because otherwise this is a liability, breeding these kind of dogs and putting them in the community. It's a liability when people don't understand what kind of dogs they are and they're not treating them like the dogs that they are. This is actually what started the whole thing. And it's my lover as well. She's not treating the dog like a dog to start with, especially not a hunting dog. But that's what he is. He's a hunting dog multiplied by a hunting dog for under the ground. People don't have a clue what kind of dogs they got and why they're carrying on, why they're yapping all this stuff, and how stressed they are. And neither do I, and I don't pretend to. Especially not with what occurred last night. I don't understand the slightest bit about what that was about. I know that I can't chastise Elvis or Boxer for what occurred. But anyway, that's what occurred. I broke up that second fight before it happened with the girls. Buffo and Boxer were right near me. There was a bit of growling. I stood in between them and I said, "Don't you fucking dare start." And I grabbed Boxer by the snout. I grabbed Buffo by the snout and just very gently, but I was just holding him like, "Just fucking don't you dare start." And he kind of whimpered and stood back as a thing like he's getting in trouble for something he hasn't done. But I'm like, just in case. Fucking Elvis came from the left at speed, hit Buffo at fucking speed like a Mack truck and latched on, like just grabbed him and dragged him and started shaking him and had him pinned down. And this was like, I've never seen Elvis do anything like this before, ever. And I broke it up, and then Boxer started on Buffo, and Buffo was the one that was bashed off Boxer the other night while Elvis was holding him down. And so Boxer fucking really gave it to Buffo, and Elvis was trying to get in. I got Boxer off the first time, and then the second time he latched on, he would not let go. And I'm holding Elvis, and Elvis is trying to get to him, and I just was fighting Boxer off Buffo, trying to not hurt either of them. Like you can't just kick the dog off there, because like he's latched on, so he's gonna tear the neck open and stuff. And all while insisting that my friend, who was just in Brisbane for a few hours, comes for a walk with us, spend some time together, and then so she was traumatized. And I ended up being absolutely exhausted. Absolutely, like, exhausted. The ATP conversion in my muscles, lactic acid was beyond through the roof. Carbon dioxide, oxygen exchange in the muscles, like I went well beyond all tolerances. I was fatigued beyond fatigued. Absolutely nothing left. Like it's very shocking to see how unfit I am compared to how fit I expect myself to be and how fit I normally am, but still a lot fucking stronger, a lot fitter than most people out there. And I was spent. It took me like fucking minutes at a time to recover and then have another go until I was absolutely spent again. Then it took me minutes at a time to recover and then have another go. All the while, two dogs are fucking, because once Elvis latched on, I couldn't hold him anymore. And oh God, he's so fucking strong and they're so fit and they're just. And so then I'm spent. I'm like, just doing what I can in between, and then I finally managed to break them up, and then I just lay there for probably fucking half an hour with my hand on Buffo, next to Buffo, telling everyone else to stay away. Buffo and Boxer and Elvis didn't come anywhere near us, but the girls were still there, and then the other one who started the fight, Trippy 2, I showed her. She's been real sooky and constantly telling her to fuck off, because she's getting in my face, like, fuck off, get out of my face. And that actually, I could feel that was actually working more for a thing like she's not getting any affection. She's gotten nothing. She keeps crawling back to me. She's not getting nothing. So it was fucking horrific. Thank fuck. Then I had to drive my friend back, so I put Buffo in the back. I had to carry him back a long way once I was able to recover and pick him up and carry him, and blood all over me. I've still got his blood all over me, actually. It's all over me. Because I was just so fucking exhausted by the time I got back. And tended to him. Like, he was alright. Like, fuck, he's a strong dog. He's tough. And he's monumentally better. Like, I'm absolutely amazed how much better he is today than what I could have possibly expected or hoped or dreamt or prayed even that he would possibly be. And I was praying, and the divine was working through me. There's a lot of healing going on through the divine working through me, and I was praying. I spent a lot of fucking time, a lot of focus, a lot of energy praying. And yeah, that's really, I would say that must be it. So thank you. So thank you to the divine, because that is the only thing that could explain how well he's doing today. I was thinking like, fuck, he's tough, but that explains it. You know, I did put a lot of energy into prayer last night. So thank you. Thank you to the divine. Thank you. So I need to go now and take Tripitaka 2 back. But my friend's saying she can't really have her. And there's also, like, I'm thinking, like, this dog is turning into be a Packardale Terrier. Like, this is a really serious working dog. She's got the best place for a dog like this. However, she's a 77-year-old woman. So, no, I've got to work out solutions with her. I mean, this is a very high-quality dog. But they all are. They all are. It's just that this one's more of a throwback to the Packardale Terrier. But the Hatterjack Dash Stamphounds that I bred specifically are all very high-quality dogs. Then my baby girl. And my baby. Oh, my baby girl. I've got some chicken for you. I'm going to get that in a second, okay? We're just doing this thing. So this is a thing I do. The guitar's here. The phone is on the guitar. I caught a mouse too. There's a mouse in there, my baby girl, but I'm not giving that to you because, yeah, let's not doing that. There's a mouse in the bin. Caught 2 mice yesterday. Little bastards. Hopefully that's all there is. So I feel that I'm traumatized in a way that I've never experienced being traumatized before because of the Nobbs Suzuki Praxis. So I feel a lot more. And that would be in comparison to having not felt anywhere near as much as in the past. But I feel a lot more. So I feel rather traumatized. And that's fine. Like that's fine thing. It's a good thing because I actually have not felt so traumatized in such a way. I mean, I've not seen anything quite like this before. Of all the things that I've seen, and I have seen some really fucked up shit like this. These are like my children. It's like my 2 sons, or my 3 sons fighting. That's literally what it's like. Fighting each other. It's like looking like 2 of them are going to kill 1 of them. I've heard this thing, you know, like with breeders of certain types of dogs, and sometimes they come home from work and they find a dead dog. And they don't know how it happened, you see. This was something much bigger, because my dogs, I control my dogs with my voice, and if I have to use my hand, then once my hand fucking touches them, that is it. And this was completely different last night. So the instinct that was going on there was far beyond anything that I have experienced since I've been doing this, September 2017. This is all I've been doing, really, since September 2000. This has been the consuming thing of my life. Wait. Cease. This has been the consuming thing. This is the thing that has engaged me in life to mean that I'm feeling like a healthy enough person to be making a documentary playlist here on YouTube and putting something out there to the world that other people might be able to gain some benefit from, as far as a human being living, trying to get through the day, and as a artist. And we're all artists. That's the thing that separates us from the animal kingdom, is our brain, our consciousness, and our intelligence. Well, the thing that measures with that is art. I mean, even my dogs are artists, so there certainly is this thing. I'm just looking at the way that this Patterdale throwback. See, that's she's there next to her mother. She was even trying to take her mother on a bit, and then Moo, who's her older sister, just bang, pinned her down, put her in place right there. And this kind of thing happened with Elvis and Handsome, who's his son. He's with my daughter, and I let it happen, and I kept the others off because he was not, like, Elvis was just pinning him down, so I kept the others away so they couldn't bite him around the back. And I was sure that that was all that was going to happen. That's all that's ever happened. However, what happened last night was such a thing outside of everything. It's really had an effect on me. And I'm behind time now because I just haven't been able to get my shit together. Well, I could have, but I'm just sitting with this. And I suppose I haven't been. I just had something to eat. That I had some meat there that needs to be cooked. I've got this feeling to leave the dogs here. I actually got to work this out. But so what I'm doing is this hiatus, with a bit of resonance. So that's got resonance that goes through the universe. And so the guitar, I could play one of my own songs as this artistic expression, but a little bit too close to the heart, a little bit too close to the bone. And then there's this thing about expressing something and then I'm not wanting to express it again, let alone not record it or make it a thing that's timeless. So instead I've been using another song, and this is one of Adelita's songs from Magic Dirt. Slightly different chords. It was something that I was just playing one day, based on the chords from Beast of Burden's Saturate. Saturated me with kisses, it's true. And then it's the same chords for Adelita, but then she changed, I think, to F sharp A, but it doesn't seem to fit for me, so I just kept doing the same thing. And this is something that I did with Gem Sparkles, but I don't think I'll be doing any work with her. Which is a shame because she's a fantastic artist. Real troubadour, though. She really gets out there and fucking plays. So this, then, I use someone else's song to start the day. Have not warmed up. So that's a thing that's not really good for the ergonomics, but it's like I don't have time to sit down and play guitar and warm up and stuff now. I've got to do other things. So here's this hiatus, and because I'm Qigong master apparently, and Tai Chi master on this side, I should be able to like loosen myself up. So I couldn't sing until like November or October, where John, I think it was the third session, he showed me this thing about how to... Oi, take that outside. I'm doing some serious filming here. And, sorry about that. And so he's like touching my thorax all around different spots. So instead of just being in the abdomen or, in the diaphragm, then like that tension and that relaxed tension, it needs to be a relaxed tension, and it needs to be all around the chest, not just in the diaphragm area or not just down in the abdomen. And suddenly, just like that, I could sing. I could give a speech without warming up, and I could suddenly sing without warming up. And it's that thing of, like having a sustained thing. So like what, a locomotive kind of thing. Oh, splendor of sunbursts breaking forth this day, whereon I may lay my hands once more on Helen, my wife. And yet it is not so much as men think, for the woman's sake I came to Troy. But against that guest proved treacherous, who like a robber carried the woman from my house. See, so it's like it's also, you can say, it's like when you're defecating. You should never sit on the toilet, so you should be squatting. And if you are sitting on the toilet, then you need to get yourself in the position, basically got your chest on your knees. It's ideal, and you never push a turd out. Don't ever do that. You might help it along its way at the end, but don't ever push it out, because that's too much pushing. It's too much strain. All right, so how do I feel? How do I feel? And this gives me something to take in. It gives me a picture of how I feel, and there's some transmutation that occurs with it, because there's art, artistic expression, and there's music, the bridge between heaven and earth, and then it gives me something to take into the next. And I got a headache, so it's going to clear a bit of this headache, and I will take that into the next part of the day. And where I was running late, it puts me back on time. It's magic. How do I feel? Let's see. You got the best of me, you know that's for sure. And I don't even get my sorry, no, 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 no. I'm gonna run like a dream and split from the team and tell everybody what a motherfucker you've been. Well, I'm never gonna give myself away, 'cause I tell more animal, I tell more every day. I'm gonna run like a fawn and swim like a swan and be there to ask you side of you on. Under the blue, I'm under the blue sky. I'm under the blue, I'm under the blue sky. I'm under the blue, I'm under the blue sky. I'm under the blue sky. You got the best of me, you know that's for sure. And I don't even get my sorry, no, 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 no. I'm gonna howl like a wolf and jump at you and burn like a blaze to the end of all days. I'm gonna live till I die, waiting to fly. You can tell you I love you to the motherfucking blue sky. I'm under the blue sky. I'm under the blue. I'm under the blue sky. I'm under the blue. I'm under the blue sky. I'm under the blue sky. You got the best of me, you know that's for sure. And I don't even get my sorry, no, 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 no. I got dozen of fight and there's a little bit too much aggression, no, no. I guess the fine way is love of me. That's how you reach the one. I'm under the blue sky. I'm under the blue sky. I'm under the blue sky. I'm under the blue. On the blue sky. So that's how I feel. There's a picture of how I feel. I wasn't able to save my dog for a long time. I was incapacitated from my own lifestyle choices and just being so out of shape and overburdened with stress. And I think I've been breathing in fiberglass in this environment, and I still haven't finished fixing that. And oh God. However, the Nobbs Suzuki Praxis is, there's things like, I'm not really sure what I know these days, but I feel so much more. And that's what this is about. So, God, I feel, so affected in so many different ways by the world and by life and by failure and by the choices that I've made, which I own totally. But yeah, I have this thing, I do not blame fucking anyone for anything. No one has that power in my life. I'm the only one that has that power, but still I get told like I'm sounding like I'm blaming other people, whereas I'm not. I do not. But that's an interesting thing to find. And the other thing is finding this frustration thing. I've got to deal with frustration every single day of my life. Then maybe that comes across in my voice and I don't realize. So people think that I'm angry or I've got this particular about me and I don't really recognize that. All right, so I'm going to do one more because this is another thing to give a snapshot of how I feel. And this is a demonstration. I may have died in the Vietnam War. Apparently I died in World War II in Egypt. Somehow unaware, led the enemy back to the secret hideout, which is right near town. So the secret hideout base and the town got absolutely obliterated by the enemy. I don't know which side I was on. And then there's a thing with the soul dies. It's actually one's own side that one's soul has the issue with, because it would not have even been at war to start with if it had not been for one's own side. And then there's a thing like there are no good sides in war. There is only fighting. And war is a tragedy because there's only fighting. You're just lost in the fight. And you see how everybody falls into the fight? In this life, I've chosen not to fight. That's why I am in the situation where I am. So I own that completely. It was a conscious choice to not fight. And in this life, I can fight. I'm a good fighter. That's the point here, is I'm a good fighter. So the choice is to not fight. And that's what this is about with the dogs. I put everything into the dogs instead of fighting to achieve something and have access to my children, where the only two people that were vulnerable being hurt there were my children. So I want this to be palatable, but not, and to have angst, but I want it to be palatable and not too much angst, but I want it to have angst to get this kind of thing across. This is art, you see, because I wasn't there. I grew up next to an army base. There's reasons why I breed these dogs for returned servicemen, but I did not. I mean, I had the good sense to not join the army. I had the good sense to get into drugs instead of the army. So this is on the perspective of conscript. His birthday was called out, so here you go. You have to go to war. You have to go fight some war against the isms. In some little country you've never heard of, some little tiny place in Southeast Asia, where their sole occupation for the last 50 years has been war against invading forces. And they've won every single one of them, by the way. And we're going to send you over there. Good Australian kid. Doesn't matter what your background is, what your nature is. Is his birthday been picked out randomly? That's what's going on. You're going overseas to fight a war. Mum and Dad and Danny saw the past now parade of Puckapunya. It was a long march to cadets. 6th Battalion was next to tour. It was me who drew the card. Did Canunga and show water before we left. And towns along the footpaths as we marched down to the quay. A newspaper clipping. It shows us young and strong and clean. That's me in my slouch hat with my SLR greens. God help me. I was only 19. From Bungtara and Chinooks to the dust of Nui Dab. I've been in and out choppers now for months. We've made a tent at home with VB, pin-ups on the lockers. The H9 sun's through the scrub. Can you tell me, doctor, why I still can't get to sleep? Nighttime's just a jungle dark, a fucking barking M16. What's this rash that comes and goes? Can you tell me what it means? God help me. I was only 19. A 4-week operation. Where a step could mean your last one on 2 legs. There's a war within yourself. But you wouldn't let your mates down? No way. Not until you had to dust it off, or you're all dead. So you just closed your eyes and you thought about something else. Someone yelled out contact front, and the bloke behind me swore. Hooked in there for hours, till there was a god almighty roar. My best mate Frankie kicked the mine, day the man can't kick the moon. God damn it, gotta help me. Poor bastard's going home in June. Well, I can still see Frankie sitting there drinking tinnies at the Grand Hotel on a 36-hour wreck living in Bungtown. I can still hear Frankie lying there screaming in that dark jungle till the morphine came and killed that bloody row. And the Anzac legends never mentioned all the mud, the blood and the tears. The stories my father told me, you know, when they never even seemed quite real. I caught some pieces in my back that I didn't even feel. God help me. I was only 19. So can you tell me, doctor, why I still can't get to sleep? Why the Channel 7 chopper? Why the hell it chills me to my feet? What's this rash that comes and goes? Can you tell me what the hell it means? God help me, God help me, God help me, God help me, God help me. I was only 19. So I hope to reach someone with these dogs, because they're the ones that understand. They don't change plans, they don't have all this other human confusion, but then they got all this other very complex social dynamics that I don't understand. And I've been seeing last night So I got a real good dog, Bufo. I need to find a solution, find a human being, a home for him. He was my dog. He's a fucking great dog. She got these 3 undersexed males. I've really pushed it way beyond what most people think is possible, what most people can handle, what anyone else can handle. What I'm doing with dogs, no one else does, no one else can do. Now I acknowledge this is getting too much, and it's not fair on the dogs. It's not what I wanted to do, and it's not fair on the dogs. I do amazing work with soldiers, but it's getting the soldiers to have the dogs at home in the place and be able to have the dogs at home in the place is the bit that's not coming together. So I do have a lot of dogs. And it's not fair for the ones that are the mainstays that are like, these are my dogs, just the stress. You know, for instance, having Razzle's daughter here trying to cause a bit of shit even with her own mother, and then her auntie, Razzle's eldest daughter, stepping in and putting her down, and then Razzle's daughter having a fight with Moo-Moo's daughter, and then Razzle's 2 sons having a fight with each other, and then one of them being mauled almost to death. Like I said, if I didn't intervene, they probably would have mauled him to death. Is that where it was going to go? Is that what this was about? Is that where it was going to go? Like, what the fuck was going to happen, you know? I don't know. We have to like be thinking like that's what was going to happen. That they probably would have gone all the way to this poor dog being dead. I suppose that's what's happened in the wild, and what's what happens when people come home to find a dead dog. There was certainly a lot of politics building up to it that I witnessed, and then there must have been a hell of a lot more that I was not privy to, but I was anthropomorphizing over the top with all my human stuff, you know. So I feel with the Nobbs Suzuki Praxis that I'm rather traumatized in a way that I never have been before, and that means that I'm living more, means I'm healthier, means that I'm able to experience life with a bit more humanness, where I've always been a very human feeling person, but I've been also very harshly conditioned to be callous and unfeeling, somewhat indifferent by default. And what also goes with that sensitivity and feeling, because the Nobbs Suzuki Praxis gives something about the spiritual interrogation, pushing the spirit to a point. The spirit's eternal and infinite, like it doesn't have a breaking point. But the mind and the body, the emotional body, there are all these thresholds and tolerances and breaking points. The ego, but the spirit, well, it can just be pushed and pushed and pushed. And there's a lot of the spirit that is out there that, like say this section here behind me, that is unseen, it's unfelt, it's felt in some way of density and shadow, but it's unseen. And the other thing, I haven't done a thing since the training on Sunday. It's Tuesday day. I want to say, like, John demonstrated some stuff to me, and it was incredible, like what I saw. It was really quite amazing. So there's John that's been doing it for like 30 years, and he's very well accomplished ballet dancer and world class. Prior to meeting Suzuki in 1992, and then there's him, and then there's a student that's been training with him for 16 years. Next to him is a student who's been training for 12 years. Next to her was a student who's been training for 6 years. It really was something to witness and experience. And then there was a few moments that I really got something that he come up and he really honed in and goes, that was, a million times better. And there's one particular thing that he explained all this stuff, and the experience that I feel I had, like, I go, yeah, well, I could reproduce that. I've had that ever since I was a little kid. But I'm thinking about it and go, I wonder if I can reproduce that. What is that? I have had that since I was a little kid, but I wonder if I could actually reproduce that. But yeah, so that was a profound thing, and I just shut my eyes and just went into this thing, because it's all about, this is one of the first things he ever said to me. So here's like, how am I going to get my hand off the wall or off the screen? I don't touch the screen right here. How am I going to get my hand on it? So as I'm talking, I want you to be compelling with the imagery that is here. What's it about? Is it compelling enough in my eyes? Or does it need to be over here? Did you notice that my hand is not there and something else has taken your vision now? I hope I was compelling enough. So temporal. How am I going to make my hand leave the wall and turn around to face the audience by the time this introduction is finished? So take a very slow, long time, and I was just focusing on just being there, my eyes shut, and just like, I suppose, timing with the music so that I wasn't going too fast. Anyway, he said I got that thing that he was looking for, that profound thing. Sensitivity. All right, over and out. Much love. Have a wonderful day.